welcome to Grown Ass Women TV. Oh yes, that's a hashtag, GAW TV. Welcome to the show. Before we begin, do us a favor and like this video. Give us that thumbs up. And we know that you like the show because you're already here, so you may as well subscribe to this video. And finally, click that bell icon to enable notifications so you never miss a future episode. And of all episodes, I think I might be most excited for this one because we are here with a very special episode today by popular demand from our GAW TV fans for an in-depth discussion of the 2021 Women's Royal Rumble match. And who better to join me for that than Lisa Marie Varon and Mickie James. Hi, ladies.
Yay!
Wow.
Oh, yes. I should say my two favorite ladies of the squared circle. First of all, the legend, Mickie James, lest we forget.
That's me. That's me.
Yep.
Hi.
So hi.
And ladies and gentlemen, she ain't the lady to mess with, y'all. Lisa Marie Varon, our returning queen, is here.
Woo! A round of applause.
Yay! Yay! And then
Literally.
when you see the entrances, it says surprise. I didn't get the legend in parentheses, but I got the surprise.
I don't know if I remember seeing
crossed it out and wrote legend. Remember?
I don't remember seeing surprise, but I was too busy like standing up and literally hitting my husband and going, she looks like a superhero. She looks like an action figure. We cannot wait to discuss all of that because I have to tell you guys, by the way, hello to all our loyal fans in the chat room. We're here live every single Wednesday at 5 p.m., our usual time slot, and we are chatting with you guys in real time. But I have to tell you, we have gotten so many amazing tweets and Instagram messages and videos that we'll get to in a moment about Lisa's return. And I'm so excited because I've actually not talked to you guys too much about it since then. I've kind of been saving it to do this here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
we didn't want to spoil it. We didn't want to ruin it because there was so much to say.
I know.
And we also, I didn't want to mention it when we had Bryce Wilson from the Atlanta Braves episode, because I felt it was very disrespectful for him being a guest. So I wanted it to be focused on our show, not so much the Royal Rumble. You know what I mean?
Right.
The consummate professional, Lisa.
Look,
No, that's well said. Yeah.
You know,
Get a shine in, you know?
they don't make them like you anymore, Lisa.
They don't. They don't. I'm too old school, and I don't get it. I don't get it.
I'm like you anymore, she says. Oh my God. Well, if you're enjoying the show here on YouTube, we have to tell you about something called the GAW Cast. Now, if you love us here on YouTube, you're going to love us in podcast format. We love doing this show on video, but if you're having a long drive home, you're having a workout, we would love for you to listen to this show in podcast format. GAWcast is available on Apple, Spotify, Anchor, all of the places you can listen to podcasts. And we love that it's a different way to experience the show.
No doubt.
Yes.
No doubt.
But you are missing out when you're not watching it visually, though.
Yeah. But there's a lot of stuff that translates over. And I think a lot of people, when they're listening, they're listening in their car and stuff like that. So it's harder to watch. But a lot of because we're so darn funny. I mean, really.
We're hilarious.
We're so funny. No, but seriously, like it just translates in audio form and it's fun and it's a different way to take in the show. And I think that it even also has helped people because it was something funny that they picked up on the podcast because people, since it's two different audiences a lot, like people who are watching YouTube and on that platform, they're watching that stuff. And then people who are listening to podcasts, that's their realm. So it's like, it's picking up a whole different audience that hadn't even listened to our show yet. So that's cool.
It's so true.
Yeah.
It's so true.
Yes.
And reaching as many of you as we can is the name of the game. We want to reach out and touch you. Well, that's weird. Maybe not that.
Not too much touching. COVID.
HR.
Security.
Well,
If you're new, if you're new to the show, one of our favorite things to do is to go around the board and ask, who are you wearing? What are you drinking? I'm going to go to Mickie James first because you're looking glowing, my friend.
Oh, I feel underdressed. You guys look so fabulous, but I am actually wearing this Camelback Boxing Ranch t-shirt here, because I got this t-shirt for free when I did this thing with Roosevelt. Remember the song I put out last year, With the Love of a Child? So I was just on her podcast. She just started doing her own kind of video series podcast called Music and the Message, where she brings in all this charity. This girl is a phenomenon, you guys. She's like 13 years old. She's so talented, so driven, so smart. unbelievable. Her voice is just fantastic. So we did the duet together. We wrote that and we were able to put that song out to help benefit child help. And now she's also working with Operation Underground Railroad. So it's just funny how we travel in circles. Yeah, but we put the song out to do for the 5 Too Many campaign, for her 5 Too Many campaign, where she was raising money. I think she's trying to raise $1 million to raise awareness and to raise money for these kids, because 5 too many kids die every day from child abuse. Very sorry, I got super serious, but that's what this t-shirt is from, because when we were doing all the stuff to, you know, photo shoot, to do the cover art for the single and everything else, we trained at this gym, at this boxing gym in Arizona. And I taught her, because she's got all brothers, I taught her a few moves to be able to defend herself against all her brothers. So now she can successfully headlock, take over, hammer lock, and maybe a Kravatskis, you know.
Look at Lisa. Thanks for the demo. What are you drinking, Mickie? Are you enjoying a libation tonight? Sometimes you guys were having tea on the show. Sometimes we have a little cocktail or 5. We have Judge here.
I picked up coffee, a little strawberry Rita.
Ooh.
I don't know how this is going to do for me. You know, I don't usually typically do this, but I saw it at a gas station while I was fueling, and said 8%.
Was it a twofer?
Had a cute little strawberry on it. I thought, you know, it'd be okay.
Was it a twofer?
It's way like 8% opposed to your 5% normal.
Wow, that's really doing it, Rita.
Is it?
Easy, killer.
Ooh.
Whoa. Water between you.
Down.
Yowza. Lisa, you look beautiful too. We were saying earlier that denim, I don't know if it's just enhancing your tan or what, but you look fabulous.
I don't know. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. Like,
it's a full-length jumpsuit.
Look at you in your little Canadian onesie tuxedo sorts.
Very Canadian tuxedo.
And I'll be honest with you. Look I can't raise my arms at all. It's just so tight right here. It's so, I'm like going, oh. That's when you guys called me like, hey guys, are you guys ready? No, not at all. And I said, when you guys were saying, are you guys ready? I go, hold on, let me go tinkle. And it takes me a while to get this. I'm like, oh,
it's a process.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes. But I am drinking, of course, fresh fine wine, Cabernet. Thank you so much for the big box you guys sent me. In my fancy.
I'm out.
Oh, we love fresh wine.
Come on.
I need to call them.
I really do, and it's not.
It's very good. Their cab is very, very good. I like it.
It's low cal.
I'm not a white wine
friendly.
So. 90
Neither.
I can't. You know, waistline friendly.
You find exactly like and low sugar, right? But do you find that the white wine tastes like you just like all white wines for me tastes like I just brush my teeth with mint toothpaste and then I drink the white wine. I'm not a big white wine drinker.
Hard no for me.
We know that
I am a white wine gal. I am a New Zealand Sauvignon, crisp, grassy notes. Oh, just a little bit right here.
Just right in there.
I don't want to get those white wine mommy shakes at 4 p.m. That's from Family Guy, by the way.
You know why I don't do the white wine?
And we know how what
sugar. For me,
what's that?
I get a bigger headache from the white wine. I think it's more.
So do I.
Just me, but it's just like I feel like I've been hungover from white wine. I don't think I've ever been red wine hungover, but I have definitely been hungover from white wine, and it's not a good look.
It's not a good look. It's not a good feeling. And I'll tell you what, I'm actually the opposite. Having a red wine hangover, I feel like dehydrates me more. Oh my God, some of those hangovers are the best. That's from what I hear.
But we know, like when Val starts ordering white wine, oh boy.
My husband's like, she's going to start talking about Michael Jackson had an untimely death and how he was trying to heal the world. She's going to start talking about Harry Potter, how he was an orphan, and she'll start crying. It's going to end up in a bad place.
That's your gin. It's just like the gin, what it does for females, right?
Google Mother's Ruin. Jen had a very harsh moment with mothers in like the plague eras. I don't know what year that was. Yesteryear, somewhere around that time. And yeah, it's very much a depressant to a lot of people. Whereas tequila is kind of an upper. Tequila a lot of times makes people excited and happy. But we had this conversation. I have girlfriends that would fight with their spouses or their boyfriends on tequila. They would get very mean. I don't. But
I don't either.
A little bit of whiskey will do that. I'll fire right up on whiskey.
Yeah.
And rum.
Really?
Yeah, Rumble.
Rum for the lady?
Oh.
I kind of want to see it. Is that wrong? Sorry. Well, I am just, I'm sporting a little Misguided. It's a fabulous UK-based brand here, and I've wanted to wear this top. It's a little bit big top circus feel, but I like it. I like the stripes.
Yes,
And
I love it.
thanks. And
Yeah.
I got the kids out there here to play. Sup? What's up, ladies? Hello.
Hello, ladies.
Both of them.
Stick. You know what? Aren't you like the circus leader, like with the stick
Ringmaster.
with the?
Oh, if you had a top
Ringmaster.
hat right now.
Yeah. I love that you guys love a theme like I do. I love that. And speaking of wines that are fantastic and delicious, and like Mickie said, they're waistline approved, I am drinking Hun wines. It is
Ooh.
wine in a can. You
Yes.
can find them at Drink Hun Official. It's their Hun Pale Rosé. So get this, guys. It's vegan, fair trade, fully recyclable, eco-friendly wine. And I say, when it comes to wine, just can it. Okay?
Just
can it.
You know?
Can it.
Well, and is this available in the UK?
It's available in the UK, and because it's in a can, it's fully recyclable, and it's, they got rid of the bottle. Who needs that in our ecosystem? And it tastes amazing. I'm going to be classy and put it in a glass because it makes me feel fancy, first of all. And I want you to see the color. It's actually really, really lovely. And it's 12.5% volume alcohol.
Whoa.
Wow. Well, I was saying earlier, because I didn't want to cut you off, but I was like, we always talk about how there's not as many options for you in the UK for like canned wines or like mixes. Cheers, babe. That's nice.
Cheers. Cheers, ladies.
Cheers.
To the rumble.
And now you have something in your cooler when you go on a little hike, a little nature hike through
all my camping trips.
Oh, your camping trip. When you
We're
go
gonna get really high level. I don't know. You guys know I'm allergic to camping in the outdoors.
I know.
We know. We know.
I was like,
We know.
on this trail. I'm like,
I got a doctor's
to
note.
the pool. You can take it to the pool.
Oh God, the pool's even worse. I hate the pool.
Are you?
You do?
I hate the pool. I hate the beach. I hate the sand. I hate the sunshine and the real air on my skin. I hate it. I hate all of it.
Go figure. You were in Orlando.
And California and Texas. I'm like from the sunshine states.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm so the exact opposite.
I know. It's so
I am
funny.
That's so funny. That's what I love it. I love it about you because it's like, it's so funny, but it's like why you adapt to all these other things that I'm like, oh, it's fascinating to me, but it's not my, you know what I mean? I'm like, I feel at home outside in nature and like with the leaves, and I don't want to be cold. More like warm to hot. I'm okay being hot.
See, as you say leaves in nature, I kind of start to itch. I think, oh God, God no.
And for me, like when I go to the beach, like it's a free exfoliation on my calluses on my feet. Am I so sexy? I'm so sexy.
Can you do us a favor and dial down the sexy just for a bit?
Oh,
just a tad. No.
It just files down my corns.
yeah.
We probably said a lot worse than corns on YouTube, but that's probably what we'll get flagged for is all these grown ass women were talking about corns on their feet. Get them out of here.
Can't get your bunions out of here.
Bunions and bunions.
Where do I buy that 8x10? Where do I buy that 8x10?
You know what? There's probably a market for that, but that's a whole nother program.
Ew.
Well, we'll do another cheers.
Okay, going up. I'm sorry, off the subject, but I saw you post a picture where like you got a pedicure and you showed your feet, and I go, "What are you doing? That's Patreon." Comment. That's
calm down.
Strictly for Patreon.
People love the feet. I mean, it's just people love it. And what's funny is I actually get very protective. People are like, "Oh, well, you're a creep for liking feet or liking this post." And I'm like, you know what? People like a lot of things. I think feet is the least of our worries.
Right.
No biggie.
Yeah, very true.
You got it. Want it.
What size shoe do you wear, Val? Which is shocking.
I'm okay. So in the US, I'm a 6.5, 6.5, and here I'm a 4, UK 4. I have really small feet.
You're
my
so
height
tall.
And everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
God, I don't know how you balance on those little sticks.
This explains why I fall over a lot. Or that might be the Sauvignon Blanc. I digress. Could be either one of the two. But ladies, we have so much I almost said so much to drink about. So much to we got tons to drink about.
Yeah.
I almost said it. I don't know where that came from. We have tons to celebrate. So cheers to the Rumble. We're so excited. So we're hot off the heels of the Royal Rumble. But before we get into the women's match, I want to know what you guys thought of the pay-per-view overall. Were there any highlights for you besides the women's Rumble match?
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, I mean, I look at it, I think Edge winning the Rumble, the men's Rumble was an incredible moment.
Yes.
I think
He
the
still
KO
got it.
and Roman.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, Adam is so
Dude.
great. It's so great.
He's amazing.
It's so funny. We saw Adam in the hallway, and I'm like, oh, I'm so happy to see you. Oh, I'm so happy to see you, Adam. What are you doing? Is Beth here?
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I had to pause for a second. And he's probably thinking like he's so amazing. Has zero like ego or anything like that.
Right.
But I'm like, it's probably the second question out of every female's mouth as soon as they see him, because of course we love him so much and he's so amazing. And he's always been supportive of women's wrestling. He's been so supportive of women in the business. So we love him so much. But the second question I'm like, so is this the second question out of everybody's mouth? And he's like, yeah, kind of. And not even like, I want to say 20 minutes later, I'm walking down the hall with Foxy or whatever. Lisa, were you with me with this one?
I was with you. Yeah. He goes, what is
and
this?
she's
He
like,
goes, what is
oh, Adam, so happy to see you. Is Beth here?
Yeah. And also he goes, and then he said, did he say, Mickie? He goes, what are we, back in 2007? Because all of us old timers were hanging out with each other, So it was like,
that's so
crazy.
Cute. And such a testament to how respected and loved Beth is. I have actually never met her. I would love to. But
she's lovely.
Yeah, but I agree with Mickie.
Love her.
Yeah, she seems like an absolute sweetheart. But I agree with Mickie. Edge winning the Royal Rumble. Spoiler alert, you're already here. It's been a week. Calm down. It was amazing. And I have to say my favorite moment, I think, was Christian's return also. And then E&C had this moment together, for those with the benefit of flash photography. I was hoping for that moment. I was like, they got to come together. And I got a little teary-eyed. I mean, this is like 13-year-old Val watching E&C and the Hardys and the Dudleys back in the day. That was my favorite era. So that for me was like nostalgia running wild.
Oh, when I saw him come out of the locker room in his tights, and I'm like, oh,
yeah. Right.
What are those?
Yes. What are those on?
Oh, I love that.
It's so great. He's the best, dude. He's the best.
Yeah.
What a good.
Who else? Carlito.
Carlito.
Oh my God. Does he look freaking phenomenal or freaking what? Oh my God. He's shredded.
Push-ups.
Yeah. It must work out.
Wow.
Oh
I actually said to Masters, because he posted Carlito's thing, I was like, he looks jacked. I was like, so Masters, when are you going to start working out, bro? I mean,
yeah, we're going to do a push-up or something.
You look a little bloaty.
Yeah, no. And I look, you know what's amazing to me is like, and I don't know, however, but I look at Carlito and he looked so amazing. He's so great. But I look at him in retrospect and like in our tenure, Carlito was more of like mid-range. He wasn't one of the big dudes. He wasn't one of the big guys, you know what I mean? Which is kind of just the nature of the business or whatever. But now out there, he was like,
he's like a man.
He looked like jacked and stacked, dude. I'm like, whoa, he's huge. He's like heavyweight.
Yeah,
he's heavyweight. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's crazy. It's crazy, but yeah, he looked great. Better than ever.
And then that's what. Yeah, we also we mocked him a little bit because Tori and Carlito texted us, hey, what room are you in? I'm like, oh my God, it's 10:30. I need to go to bed. I don't want to. They're coming up here to your room, Mickie. I go, I gotta go to bed. I go, I'm not going out, man. I go, this lady needs freaking rest. But they came and we're just, we called one. It was just, oh my God, he's in incredible shape. Just at a different place in his life where he's just
I was so happy.
Right? I love when they do I sort of crave that like Santino moment and that sort of like, I love when they sprinkle in a little bit of comedy, a lot of nostalgia. Like that's what I need. And I have to say some of the Rumbles that I've seen before, I've hosted some pay-per-view parties in the UK. Little plug for Hooked on Wrestling here in the UK. They throw amazing parties. Little cheap plug. You guys hear that? Need a sound effect. But no, some of the Rumbles, I'm kind of like, oh, I wish they would have had more comedy, or I wish they would have had more, nostalgia in it. This one, I thought women's and men's was so cool. And speaking of which, Lisa, you mentioned earlier that you really enjoyed seeing Goldberg back.
Oh my God. Okay, so I was getting my makeup done, right? Because
you were
Mickey's like going, you need to go buy that you need to get a red extension. And so I was going freaking everywhere to try to find a red extension, which is impossible, right? It's crazy. I went to it.
More difficult than I thought it was going to be for you. I thought like, you'll just go to
the
hair stores or something and get a piece. Yeah.
Yeah, so I went to Sally's and I bought like fake hair, which was not human hair. I went to dye it. I came back to my room and it was like melting. It was like, yeah, I was like, I guess you can't dye.
Left it on all night. I was like,
I have to say, I love that the fans are hearing this because we talk very often on this show, you know, every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern, about how the business looks very glamorous, but there are certain things that people don't get to talk about. But this is the show where we talk about it. So Lisa's there, bless her heart.
Yeah. So I bought a big pack of like red hair. I actually have it for $3.99.
Oh.
And yeah, bargain hunter.
but this was like try 4 of trying to get the hair. She had gone to so many different places. Like
I did.
trying to find this red hair, a red wig to cut the hair from. Like anything.
Yes, we did. And so the makeup artist is she braided my hair. I'm doing my makeup like this. And I hear this man coming out going, it's impossible to make this girl more beautiful than what she is. And I open my eyes and I'm like, it's Goldberg. And I was like, no, because I find him very beautiful. And he's just so into, he's very charity. Like he is like into every charity you can imagine. He's just such a good man. And I was like, what the heck? I heard you moved to Texas. And he goes, I did. And I go, I was supposed to go golfing with his wife. So I was just like, it sucks. Like everybody's leaving out of California. And I'm like going, oh, this person lives here. And I was like, Ray Mysterio. He goes, I'm moving out of San Diego. I'm like, everybody's leaving me. There's no wrestling like roots here anymore.
Everybody's leaving LA, babe, because everybody's leaving LA because they're crazy. That's why.
And it's expensive. Yeah, we get screwed. But I was like,
you're moving to Nashville is moving from LA. I feel
everyone's moving to Nashville, and they have been for like the last 10 years. So I've told you, my brother-in-law is in the music business, and like because Nashville is now such a, which is a perfect place for you, Mickie. Oh my gosh, I couldn't pick a better place in the world.
Love it.
Honestly,
there's so much creative music stuff going on there. And yeah, LA, when I lived there, I remember feeling very detached, especially as a wrestling fan when I was about 14 or so living there. I hated that like everyone was getting the show before me, and it just seemed I seemed very far away from, you know, you're far out there. Says me who lives in England. Shut up, Val. Okay. What am I even doing?
But it's still a wrestling community in England. So
oh my god, yeah, we've got some of the most hungry, fantastic, loyal fans in the world for sure. Now, obviously, what we're most excited to talk about is Lisa's big, long-awaited, highly anticipated return to WWE and the Women's Royal Rumble. Lisa, I mean, we could have 6 episodes about this. We're so excited. But before we get your reactions, which again, I've waited to get these authentic reactions because I want to talk to you about this. But we have some reactions from the WWE universe and hopefully GAW fans as well. We're first going to go to a video from the LGBTQ plus pro wrestling community. We love these gals and guys. It's at LPWC plus, and here is their video. It's so amazing. Check this out.
I don't know.
I can't.
I retweeted that one. I
felt it.
Yeah, so good. I could not.
Gail sent that to me.
Did she?
Yes, because I was like, I'm gonna be honest with you, because I was getting a lot of DMs. Why haven't you posted anything about the Royal Rumble? I was freaking beat up. I had to get rest, man. I was like in bed for 2 days straight. Didn't take my flight makeup off for 2 days. I was like, I needed rest. It was just a lot to absorb. It was very emotional, physical, and spiritual. It's very exhausting being on, and you're not sure how people are going to react to you.
Right.
It was really like really warm, like yeah.
Oh, look, there she goes. Oh my God, we know how touched you were, so this isn't going to help. We also have a compilation of reactions from Victoria WWE fans on Instagram. If you thought that was touching, check this out. It's a compilation of all their reactions to the long-awaited return of Victoria in WWE. Check this out.
I can let you go next. Oh my God! It's Victoria! Come on, Victoria! Yes! Oh my God!
got Victoria.
Who is it? Victoria!
No! 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 Victoria! No way! Oh, that is so sick!
It's nuts. I had no idea. Like we live in such a bubble in normal life that I'm like, oh my God, they remember me. Like it's, do you know what I mean? Because we're just like like I feel normal like normal. And what touched my heart too, like, is when I came back after performing, Mickie and Tori came crying and they were like tearing up and just, yeah. And it was like, it was incredible. I did not expect that at all. I thought I was going to come in there and bump and feed for everybody else and let everybody else shine on me, because that's what I'm used to, you know. And when I found out we had, you know, a rehearsal, like just to find out like what number we're coming in and stuff like that. And when I found out it was 10, which is my birthday's February 10th. I don't know if they did that purposely or something. I don't know.
I think it was
And
just
That's just fate.
That's just fate.
and it was crazy. And when they were like, you know, Victoria's coming back, you know, freaking, she's been a clean house. Everybody's been waiting for her to be coming back. I couldn't even talk. I started crying. And then Mickie was like, Sis, you deserve this. This is your moment. That people have been freaking waiting for this.
Yeah.
And like how the response from the other workers, the girls, I didn't think I was going to be, I thought they were going to go, oh, who the hell is this coming back? And like, I don't know.
That's
I
so
had
funny
no
you would say
clue.
that you wondered if people would remember. Not only do they remember, but people were waiting, myself included, waiting for this to happen for such a long time. And I'm going to get emotional too. I was freaking out. I just kept saying, she looks like a superhero. She looks like an action figure. And then I started screaming, she's cleaning house. She's cleaning house. And you were in there for a long time, my friend. Holy moly. I loved your interaction with the Iconics as well.
Oh my God. I was blown up. I was out of breath because I got the call 2 weeks ago. Well, now 2 weeks before, right? The Rumble. And you can't get in ring shape in 2 weeks. It's just impossible. I bought a recumbent bike. I'm sitting on my butt pedaling, going, oh my God, I don't want to look like as Mickie would say, sack of potatoes coming out, but you're not ready because the adrenaline, there's just a lot to take in. I was like, am I ready? Oh my God, I don't want the fans to be disappointed in my performance. I want them to still think I can kick ass. There's a lot of pressure, man. It's just like a lot of freaking pressure. And I'm like, and then also on top of that, being backstage with everybody too, like just production. Thank God the camera crew and the cable guys were the same guys. It felt like at home, but just walking around and they're like, holy shit. And then I remember Tori and Jillian come up to me like, I can't believe you didn't text me to tell me that you're in the Rumble. And I go, I wanted it to be a surprise. I said, I told SoCal and Mickie and just a handful of people that was it.
Yeah.
It was just a lot to intake. It took me freaking 3 days to recover, man. It's like, and I still haven't washed my hair since the Rumble.
That's gotta be crazy. Just that feeling of like being backstage. Like I was watching a random wrestling documentary and just been, you know, kind of idle since lockdown here in the UK, but it's just like, we're so used to that environment, but you've not been back to that company in so long. That's got to be, I mean, in a way it's a reunion. I hope that's what I was hoping for you, that it would be like just you seeing your friends and the crew. My goodness, that's some of the most exciting part for me, is to see some of the production people and things like that. But oh my gosh. And I know I was just so glad that Mickie was there to have your back. And I was just so I was proud of you before it happened, but when it happened, I thought it could not have gone any better. And you, not only did you clean house, you looked amazing and it was so exciting. I was excited for you, but I was really excited for the fans because I'm one of those fans. So it was so long awaited. So I'm just so proud of you. And it was wonderful.
I remember like the whole time too, Mickie, like she knows my body language and she knows like, she can read my face, even with the Botox.
Read your heart. I just read your energy. I can feel you. I'm like,
you kept on coming up to me.
So much.
I love you. I love you. She kept on coming going, this is your moment, shine. People are waiting for this, like kept on coming over to reassure me. And I needed like my old school friends there, man. I was like, I just needed like people knew like what we went through back in the day. It's very different.
It's not
You
the
know,
same.
it's not the
don't
same. It's not the same.
Yeah.
And
it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's not a
No.
bad thing. It's just different.
they've just
I
grown
think-
and then now appreciate the women's division. And now they know what the girls can bring to the table. Do you know what I mean? But it was also
Sure.
cool. It's like going through like, you know, like certain moves and stuff like that. The girls were like, can you give me a move? Can you give me a move? Hey, I want to take a move. And I was like, I wasn't used to it. I got in the ring, like, and I was like, and all the girls were cluttering me. I was like going, whoa, wait, I'm not used to this. And then like, you know, Bayley.
Wait, am I supposed to be bumping? Am I bumping?
Yeah, I go, am I bumping or are you guys bumping for me? And then when I put Peyton in the Widow's Peak, all the girls you saw line up going, can you give me the Widow's Peak? Can you give me the Widow's
I
Peak?
love that.
And it was so freaking awesome. And like Bayley, remember coming to 2 autograph signings, Maven, I was with Maven, and then I was with Edge on one. And you hear a girl going, I'm going to be a wrestler just like you, but you hear that all the time. And they don't put the work in. They don't know you have to move to this place and give up your family, you know,
They
all
don't
that
do the work.
sacrifice you do. And Bayley was like, her and Ruby kept on coming up like, do you want to go over everything? Like, do you have it? They were just so like, just helpful and just making me feel calm and just like, of course I was not calm, you know me. I was
No.
just going, I was
I'll say this
pretending.
unapologetically about Pam, about Bayley. I think she is
Oh.
cream of the crop.
Oh,
Seriously. I said to the silly son, I was like, I say this like, oh, we say things in jest, but I seriously think that she's probably the best female worker there. Like
Oh,
all
that's
around,
awesome.
all in, like they're all, the thing is that our standard, the standard is so high now. Like the girls are just amazing.
Yeah.
They
Amazing
are.
on every single level. Yeah.
And I don't know how they're going to set the bar like
No,
higher than
but
that. I did. Yeah. I remember, do you remember like, we like, as soon as we were done, they had some shots and like to do a toast at the end. And I pulled a Ric Flair, you know, he does like that whole putting everybody
That
else.
can mean a lot of
over.
things. Wait a minute. What do you mean you pulled a
Oh, no,
hold on.
tassels. No, he always did a cheers and he got super emotional. And I was like, the girls are like, I don't know how, and like the newcomers now coming in, the bar is so high. I don't know how you're going to get a lot of people's attention
Right.
to say, I'm unique. I am a good worker. I'm a good wrestler. I'm like, it's so high now. It's like, it's crazy that I was able, you know, I did tell them that I was very honored to share the ring with a lot of the girls, like, you know, just because I did watch them in Shimmer and Chikara Pro and like, you know, Shine and stuff like that.
Let me just hold the phone right here real quick, Lisa.
Hold the
you
phone.
do this, and I love you so much. And you're such an amazing person, an amazing human, an amazing soul. But that moment for me and being able as your friend to share that moment with you and be beside you and encourage you, because I know how you think and I know how you feel. And you are always the first to discredit yourself and to do that. And I think we've spent the majority, especially when women weren't getting the credit for the business, we've spent so much of our careers trying to just get approval and be good enough and better than so much. And we just never were made to feel that way. And for the first time, you had that validity and you deserved this moment. And you should, like, this moment was a long time coming, you know, and to be there for that and to experience that, like, and be there for that moment was so magical. And to see the girls, because I could feel it in your heart, you're like, oh, I don't know if they're like, I'm like, babe, these girls looked up to you. They love you. And then to walk in and to see that because you were so unsure and so frightened and so all in your shell. And I'm like, you just don't realize the power that you have and how much influence that you have on an entire generation of women who dared to be different and continued to break down barriers, the barriers that are still getting broken down right to this moment, you know, and it's because of women like you, babe, and you deserve that moment, and you deserve that moment to shine. And I was so grateful. And when we were sitting there in the ring for the rehearsal, and Adam Pearce stands up and he's like, you guys, the people have been wanting this moment for a long time. And it's taken a while to get here, and we finally got you, and we're grateful to have you here. And so please make sure she looks like $1 million. Like and I'm just like, thank you, Jesus. Like the validity of like everything that I try to say. And then the girls just like completely embracing you and just reminding you of how much influence you have on each and every one of their careers. Like it made me feel so good. And I think it just was a thing that you really truly needed. And it would just like that, to have that stamp of you made a fucking difference. You made such a difference, and you just don't even see it. You don't even see it. You don't give yourself the credit. And I was just so grateful to be there for a moment where you got what you deserved, at least a taste of what you truly deserved, of like the appreciation and the respect in this industry that you busted your ass for.
Hell yeah.
I'm thankful that you were there, because you had to reassure me time and time again. And
that's all I got.
I'm not, I know, it's just like, it's like in our our era, we're always clawing our way, going like this. I'm like,
we're just the
no,
girls.
we're not. I'm like going, did you like, I just did a new move. Did you like it? And you're just always going, thank God for Finley in our generation, you know, like appreciating what we did and like knew what we had and stuff like that. But like, you know, he was not there, and I was kind of surprised. But like having you, Tori,
it was great that we got to call him and wish him a happy birthday. We sang him happy birthday from the locker
cute.
room.
It was his birthday on the Rumble.
I had the wrong number.
How funny is that? One of the best, if not the best.
I didn't have his right number
Rumbles
either.
Ever. It was his birthday. How cute is that?
Ironic.
We're so lucky to live in a generation now. I mean, me talking as a non-wrestler, but me being a women's wrestling fan, obviously, we're so lucky to live in an era now where the women are at the forefront. Even, for example, the women kicked off the show. It was Asuka and Charlotte versus Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. And, you know, they're really putting women at the forefront. And I think that's so exciting. And obviously, thanks to you guys, this is why this is happening. So I want to say cheers to Lisa. This is a huge moment.
Oh.
We're moving. I don't have any shot
Is this a shot time?
Well, Lisa, you are the shot master. You have earned it, my friend.
You have earned it, my friend.
Oh boy.
We love you.
One on this one.
We love you.
Yay, I love you guys.
We love you. Congrats.
Hooray!
And everybody in the chat room, thank you so much for your love and support. So cheers to you too.
Well, I think too, because Val and I talk to you so much on a day-to-day basis.
I know.
And because I think that we've just, like, you're right. Like, we come from a generation that we were just constantly just not, like, it's so amazing to see so many people get the recognition and the appreciation and that validation that they deserve. But we didn't come from that era. We didn't come from that world. So it was that constant trying to prove yourself, because it was never enough, never good enough. And so to see it now, but it's just, it still doesn't change your mental psyche. That's probably why when you were so nervous, I could just feel like she probably has all these things, think it's going to be like when she went back to work the first time, but it's not the same. And you're coming from a different place too. I'm like, you don't have to answer to anybody. You have nothing to prove. Yeah. All you have to do is go in there and be you and freaking glow in it, because
absolutely. I have renewed.
And at the same time, I felt like I had a lot to prove. Like, of course, like,
oh my God, no, you don't. No, you don't.
But
you're the lady you mess with.
I was about to say that.
But I remember getting the call, and I boxed you guys right away. I got a 203 area code number calling me, Connecticut. And I had a flashback. I go, am I getting fired? Am I switching to SmackDown or Raw? All that anxiety came back, and I go, I was like, I think they're calling me about the Rumble. I don't know what to do. And you guys were like, oh my God, Val was like, I'm fangirling out. And Mickie goes, yes, you need to be in it. But I'm like, I can't be ready in 2 weeks. I'm like, I'm not ring ready, Oh, it was just so nerve-wracking.
And the fans were ready. And I'm telling you, I have a renewed fangirl in WWE that they not only recognized you, but let you thrive in the Rumble, and not only brought you back, but gave you that respect and gave you exactly what you deserve, and gave the fans, hallelujah, preach about the fans. They're the ones that really benefited from this, myself included. So cheers, Lisa. We're so proud.
Thank you. Thank you. And thank you.
And also freaking house, like she said, just popping people right in the kisser. Bam, right in the kisser. Bam. That punch. I'm like, ooh. I was like, tell the third one she's sorry.
Maybe she does have something to prove. There's your tooth over there. My God.
I'm a little excited. I got excited. And also big shout out to Jolene Jolene, you can follow her on Instagram by Jolene. She made my gear
You look
like
so
that.
amazing.
Oh my God, we loved your gear. Jolene is a close friend of all of ours. Your gear was totally on brand for you, totally glam, but just classic Lisa, classic Victoria, I should say.
Middle,
Oh yeah, just
so fierce.
perfectly on brand. Mickie, I wanted to go to you, entrant number 19, but I also want to talk about your gear and your experience.
Oh, your gear.
Everything. We're dying to know.
Oh,
Well, I finally had to, I know. I feel like the Rumble wasn't about me because I was there for my sister, and even seeing Jillian come back. I mean, like Tori and I have both done. I love Tori so much. It was so great to see everybody and to be a part. And I tried to make my moments happen. You know, like what I thought was really cool was a lot of my comeback ended up being a lot of improv because it was like a weird elimination that happened right before that. It was like just this weird thing. I was like, oh, but what was amazing was there was this organic moment that between Charlotte and I, because we teed it up kind of at the Rumble roundtable, because Ashley and I've we've never even been in the same ring together. We've never been across the ring from each other or on the same team, nothing. We've never touched. And to finally have this moment, which happened kind of organically, because we were like, well, if we can see if it would make it work. And then she had her stuff and we had, because she's obviously in the final, you know, in the final couple 5 or whatever. And I'm just kind of there, you know, I'm like, well, if it happens, it happens. I have some ideas if it happens, but then we never got back to it. And we're just like, oh, but then amazingly in the midst of my like little comeback getting kind of weirded out, it happened to make like this one like little moment transpire. So
it was so cool. It was so organic and it was so like needed. You could just feel it. And I'm such a fan of yours. And oh my God, she's
so good.
Such a fan. Fantastic girl.
Love that.
And that's an angle everybody wants to see is you and Charlotte.
Thank you. And I love and have so much respect for her, not just because of Rick, who we love, you know, he's so dear and near to our hearts, but I've seen that girl grow up, you know what I mean? And when she was backstage, when we were there before and she was still in school, and to see her grow up, and I'm like, nobody puts the pressure on themselves like that woman does in the business to be like second generation, but not just be second generation, but second generation to the greatest ever, like the legit GOAT. Like that's an immense amount of pressure. Nobody can put pressure on it. Like I feel, you know, a special place in my heart because she works so hard. You know what I mean?
She does. We have to have her on the show. She carries herself so well. That's how I would describe her. She carries herself so well. She's such strength, such elegance. And I'd love to have her as a part of the show because she's somebody who I think in a weird way, you guys sort of mirror each other in that way. She's very strong. She's a grown ass woman. She's paid her dues like you have, Mickie. And I just thought it was such a cool moment organically that it happened and everyone just went, oh my God, it's happening. And we wanted that interaction and we got it.
I wish it would have been orchestrated. It's because there could have been a serious bit of a magic that happened if we would have been able to have that space to do it. But the fact that kind of like it was just placed in front of this from the universe going like, you know,
that was organic,
but like it was just so amazing. And it was just, dude, it was great. Remember, I told you I was like had these ideas for my gear, and Adolfo Kanaka, who sent us those amazing masks.
Yeah, we got to see it first. You were on GAW TV. Oh my God, I was so excited about that. I texted you and I was like, I boxed you and said, oh my God, she's wearing it because I wanted that fringe moment, and I got
a fringe moment, baby, fringe with benefits. No, but seriously, like, I wore his dress for my music video for the Christmas song. And then he sent us those masks, but I had him work, and design. We worked together and kind of designed this gear. And then obviously we sent it to Rick Michaels to do a lot of the crystals and to reinforce for wrestling purposes. Cause he usually does all my gear. But I had been saving it for a special moment thinking like, ooh, heel turn or something just to present more, to step away from the bell bottoms and step in more into the grown ass woman that I truly am. Because I felt like as much as I love the bell bottoms and the flares and all this stuff and how big it makes everything look, I felt like it still made me look a bit childish in a way, and it wasn't who I was today. You know,
maybe you just evolved a little bit.
That evolution, right? So I was just trying to find that. How could I still embrace everything that I am and still have Mickie James flair on it? With I need bells and whistles, fringe,
and it's
feathers,
weird, like
all of it.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know how. Like, I never designed my gear. I always gave it in the hands of, my style. You just go with what you want. Like Jolene She goes, I still have your patterns. And I go, but you know what I want? I want the Black Widow. I want the spider in there.
Yeah.
And
So then
she
you
goes,
do.
and I go, and I said, I like the red. You made a patent leather one. And then she goes, do you want the back like this? So she sent me the back and it was a thong. And I go, oh no,
It
I don't
was like
show
a
that.
boot
much
Prove
anymore."
it.
But yeah,
Prove it, put it on.
no, but like for you to have like input on a gear, I don't have that gift.
Well, he's a fashion, I mean, he's like a fashion designer.
But you also
Like
had some
custom
input on
dresses
it.
for red carpets and stuff. So
Yeah.
I think he had never made wrestling gear before. Like
That's
so
hard.
he's
That's a
trying to
different
think
breed.
of, okay, what's going to be red carpet worthy, but also going to be strong enough to wrestle in. And I had also never done a full body cat suit before.
I
I've always
know.
done shorts and stuff. And I was like a little bit going, oh, I'm super
No.
covered
Confined.
up. I will say I felt
Well-
super comfortable. I was for the first time, even though I'm not like, I don't feel like I have weight issues or anything like that, but for the first time wrestling, I was not once thinking about, am I exhaling and the camera taking the picture at the same
two-piece,
time and with the 2-piece, or is my shorts, are they completely in my butt, or are we talking like how hungry
Yeah.
is it right now?
What
Well, yeah.
percentage of wedgie am I at this moment?
Exactly.
Can I pick it? How can I pick it out without everybody looking? Oh, everybody's gonna see it. Great. Do I
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
keep it there?
Throw a
No.
wedge in the plans. No, but it's so cool that you mentioned gear, because I'm telling you, talk about women's evolution. I'm gonna go ahead and go off on a fashion tangent. The
Go ahead.
evolution of the women's wrestling gear has really just taken off. And I mean, I was so impressed that I think we should do a best dressed for the 2021 Women's Royal Rumble. And I'll go with a few of my favorites first. We talk about embellishments. We talk about flattering cuts. One of my favorites was Sasha Banks. I loved the attention to Louis Vuitton, like the designer logo on that. That was very, very cool. She always wears things that are very flattering. I loved Carmella, that red sparkly number with the feather detail.
Yeah.
Always reminds me of reminds me of the China Peacock moment. I think it was WrestleMania.
Oh
when she
yeah,
wore
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Love the
Yeah.
feathers. Lana, I thought looked beautiful. They all had kind of similar cuts, very like sexy, but still tough and with a lot of embellishments.
Athletic and
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, but still very glam. I love that. What about you guys, other than
Her
yourself?
gear is always on point too.
Yeah,
Her gear is amazing. Who usually does her gear?
Who?
Jules. I think Jules does her gear.
Lana.
Lana's
Lana?
gear. I don't know
Okay.
who does Mella's gear. I'm not sure. Hers was great. I'll say red was the color of the night. We didn't get the memo on that. Everybody had red on.
Yeah, everyone wore red, and at least we were not in the ring at the same time with the red. So.
Yeah, I felt
Yeah.
I was like came out and I was like saving it, and then I walked out and I was like, dude, everybody is in red right now.
That's gotta be, there's no way of knowing, I suppose.
No.
But who would be on your best dress list, male or female, for the Royal Rumble? Lisa's got one. We'll go to Lisa with her hand up.
I can't. This is the highest I can go.
You
It's
can't with
freaking
your-
tight.
Yeah.
Natty Neidhart.
Yes.
And that's how I FaceTimed her from Danny Davis and Julie, their house.
Oh.
They live, yeah. I stayed an extra day to go visit them because they were Ohio Valley Wrestling owners, and they helped me get where I became.
I love
And,
Danny
I-
so much. Yeah.
Oh my God. Natty, thank you for getting me booked, because she did a round table, putting me over and stuff like that. And she's just a lovely person.
She's
And,
not Natty.
She is. And so we FaceTimed because Danny Davis had an amazing story. I held her when she was like 2 months old in my hands. And I go, I'm FaceTiming her. We FaceTime her.
God.
And from Danny Davis's, they live in a 55 and over resort.
A retirement,
well-
he's really living it up. He's got his golf cart to drive around.
That's fancy. Yeah.
I'm
I
so
wanna live
jealous.
No, me
I'm
too.
so jealous. Oh my God.
You
And so we
give it 5 more years, sis.
right? 5 more years,
I
baby.
picture the
And then-
resort and Dirty Dancing with like shuffleboard and like salsa classes and like pottery.
They're right
Oh,
across the street.
which
They're
was
right across
Filmed
the
in
street.
Virginia, by the way.
Is it?
Dirty Dancing was
Love
filmed in
it.
Virginia. It was like filmed in Virginia and North Carolina, but one of the resorts, that big resort, is
Yes.
Yes.
You mean
So why-
Kellerman's? At Kellerman's,
Kellerman's, our friendship lasts long.
long as the mountain stands. God, we're aging ourselves.
Join
You just did this.
hands
And hearts and voices.
and voices, hearts and hands.
What is wrong
Wow.
with us?
Wow.
Oh my God.
Well, to wrap things
Oh.
up, we want to do a very special giveaway because we are so happy that you could be here for this very special bonus edition of Grown Ass Women TV, hashtag GAW TV.
You get this pen.
There it is. You're so lucky.
So it's half used.
Yeah.
99-cent store. 99-cent store.
Well-
Download the app.
Love 99-cent store. We're going to up the ante from the pen, though. We're actually going to ask that you comment below here on YouTube and tell us what was your favorite part of the 2021 WWE Royal Rumble. Our winner will receive 3 signed 8x10 photos. We're offering worldwide shipping. There's Noah. Oh,
Beautiful.
yeah, hardcore country.
Beautiful.
And our returning queen,
Stunning.
Varon. You're going to win all 3 of these signed 8x10s. Just send us a comment below here on YouTube and we'll pick the winner at random. We will contact the winner and announce it on a future episode. We are so thrilled that you guys could be here for this Royal Rumble discussion. Ladies, thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your behind the scenes stories.
you.
We love you, especially to all the fans in the chat room that are here every single Wednesday at 5 p.m. for the show live. Cheers to you guys. Cheers to my Royal Rumble ladies. So proud of you.
I love you guys.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
This
you.
is the word to go, yo.